Hi there, guys. Just thought we would point out a nice pattern that's developing on the Euro USD 4-hour chart for you. It's a price action breakout pattern that we're going to consider now, and it's the pattern that I'm indicating to you there, created by those two bars, price action breakout pattern. Now, if you are a follower of the My Daily Method thread at tradershaven.com, you will recognize this pattern as being a twin bar low in a downtrend. Now, if you look at this bar right about here, it's got a low of 1.4757. The previous bars are 1.4756, so they're within their 2 pip tolerance that we talk about on the thread. It's got to be within 2 pips. They're only 1 pip apart, and that makes this a valid twin bar low. And what we look for is a close of this pattern to validate the pattern, and then we would enter or put our entry point just below the pattern, onto our entry just below, our stop loss just above the pattern, and we would write out a breakout of the pattern should it happen. And if you want to know how we validate a pattern like this, well, we don't trade the pattern just on its own. Obviously, we need some validating factors. So if let me zoom out here, I'll give you a better view of it. All right, there's the zoomed out version. Now, if you look down to the MACD, you notice what this is? That is a 4-hour head and shoulders on the MACD. All right, you notice that pattern there. So that gives us a further indication that we might have a breakout and a continuation down. But besides that, let's just zoom in there quickly again. Besides the fact that we've got a head and shoulders pattern on the MACD, and we've got a price action breakout pattern that's validated within the 2 pip tolerance in a downtrend, look back to the Euro USD weekly chart, which is what we have in front of you now, the Euro USD weekly. Do you recognize this pattern? If you're a follower of the My Daily Method thread, you should recognize that as a bearish outside bar pattern. And that to us as well indicates a bearish move. So with the weekly chart as confirmation, clicking back to the 4-hour chart, if we get this pattern closed in its pattern as a validation, and the MACD continues to stay as a head and shoulders pattern, we've got a number of factors that point to a price action breakout pattern being legitimate and validated, and then we would trigger as soon as the currency moves beyond the low of this pattern. Now, we're not telling you guys to go out there and trade this pattern. This is not trade advice. It's just pointing out to you some of the patterns that we teach you how to use at the My Daily Method thread on tradershaven.com.